selling houses, or if you're already doing it, how to grow your business. So I was discussing yesterday on Thanksgiving about being thankful for a lot of things, even when times are tough. And I reiterate, if you're going through a tough time, I promise you it will get better. And you can call me in the office and I'll be happy to talk to you about it. I discussed some of the hard times that okay. So just to reiterate, so I was talking about things that you should be thankful for, even if you're going through tough times. And, sorry, horrible lighting, horrible. Trying to find a good connection in a place that has decent light, not so easy. Okay, so I have a superpower. My superpower really is that I don't really worry about things. And when things get bad, I'm pretty good about not getting upset. But the question is really, people say, well, you know, is there anything worth getting upset about? And I think there are tragedies in life, right? There are bad things that happen. But most of life is not tragedies. Most of life, the bad things that you think happen are setbacks. Let me shut that. So let me explain. The only things I really consider tragic are when somebody young dies or when somebody dies with young kids. My father died when he was 49. I was 8. My father-in-law, who I never met, died when he was 38. He had a 2-year-old, my brother-in-law. That's tragic, right? Somebody dies early. I understand being upset about that. But if you thought you were going to sell your business for $10 billion and the day before the closing, the company who was buying it said, you know, we changed our mind, that's not tragic, right? There's somebody in my neighborhood who had a business and it fell apart, and he really looked at it like a tragedy and shouldn't have looked at it like that. And then a lot of other parts of his life ended up getting screwed up too. So a lot of things that happen to us, we think this is terrible, right? And especially in our business, we think deals are going to close and then they don't close. And that is really part of the business. Now, I know you're saying that, well, if you have a bunch of deals in your pipeline and one deal doesn't close, it's not a big deal. But if it's your only deal, that's terrible. Still not tragic, and it's something you should get used to, right? Things happen. You got to understand, on a wholesale deal, there's a seller who can change his mind and say, you know what, I don't have a place to go. I need more time. There's a buyer who could say, I'm waiting for another deal to close. I don't have the money for it. These things happen all the time. I had a horrible October. A lot of those deals got pushed into November, right? And even with my business, I was having trouble, you know, paying a lot of my marketing expenses and my payroll when no deal closed. I have a bunch of properties that are really eating into my cash. I'm finally getting to sell them now, but I own them for a year. I got to make payments on them every month. I'm getting no money in from them. So this happens. And it's something you should get used to, because deals get pushed off, deals get canceled. It's not a tragedy, right? It's a setback. It's a pain. It's a learning experience. That's how you have to look at really everything that goes on in your life, short of a tragedy. And even if something tragic happens, you have to move on. Somebody, my son's friend's father just passed away a couple weeks ago, and I think he was 59. All his kids were, you know, 2 are in college or finished college, and one of them's finishing high school. You know, the wife was sitting there, you know, in Orthodox Jewish world, we sit down for 7 days, Shiva, and she's going, I don't know how I'm going to go on. I'm hoping that she was saying that because she thought she was supposed to, as opposed to really needing an answer to that question. How do you go on? You have 3 kids. And what are you going to do? You jump off a building and leave 3 kids with no mother and no father? Like, you have to go on. You get up in the morning and you go on, no matter what happens. And if you're in this business and you're struggling, and believe me, a lot of people struggle. I struggled in the beginning. I almost don't know anyone who didn't struggle in the beginning. There's a struggle. And you go on, right? When the going gets tough, you keep going. And if a deal that you were counting on, that you needed the money on, drops dead, you go move on to the next deal. So when I started in the business, I remember I had a partner. We were borrowing from private lenders. And we had a bunch, and a private lender would call us and say, I need the money back, I'm getting divorced or whatever, I need the money. We would look at it like it's a tragedy. And then I said, well, we have to get the business to a point where if a private lender calls us, we say, okay, and we have enough other private lenders to deal with that and, you know, to make up for it. And the same thing comes with deals, right? You want to have enough deals in your pipeline that if one dies, that, why does it look like I got a hair transplant? That's what it really looks like. I never did. My hair like keeps going back. So you got to get your business to where you have enough deals in the pipeline that if a deal dies, it's not the end of the world. And the same thing if you're borrowing private money, you have to get enough private lenders that if one of them wants to take their money out, not reinvest it, that you're okay. That should be your goal. And that should be your approach to the entire business. I need to build up enough of a pipeline that if one or two deals drop dead, I'm okay, and I have other deals. And every part of your business should be like that. Even if you have key employees, you should understand that key employees leave. They leave. And when they do leave, not if, but when they do leave, you need to be prepared to deal with it and can't look at it as a tragedy. So it's an important way to think about the business, that almost everything that's going to happen to you that seems terrible is not terrible. It's not tragic. It's just a setback. It's something you need to work on. And you need to grow your business to the point where when these things happen, not if, but when these things happen, that you have enough cash, that you have enough deals in the pipeline, and if you're borrowing private money, enough private lenders so that you can survive and you'll be okay. That is my advice to you. Right now, I'm a deeply religious person. I wear this funny hat on my head every day, and this yarmulke is there to really remind us that God is above us at all times. And you have to believe that when things go bad, and things will go bad, that God has a plan for you, and you're probably going to learn from it. Right? The way to look at things really is either you're going to win or you're going to learn. If things go bad, and you learn from it. Hopefully, you don't do it again, or maybe you do it twice, but not more than twice. But you have to go through life and business as saying, I'm going to try to do this. I'm going to do this. And if it doesn't work out, it'll be a learning experience, right? And obviously you can't bet the farm on every little thing that you do that. But if you're building this business, I promise you it does work. I've trained enough people to know that it does work. I've also trained enough people to know that it doesn't work if you don't commit to it. Right? People think that this is going to be there's some easy button, right? They're going to pay me for coaching and not do anything, and deals are going to fall into their lap. That's not how it works. You pay me for coaching to learn from my mistakes and for me to hold you accountable. But if you don't do the work, you're not going to get anything done. So I think it's important to understand that. You have to put in the work. This is a simple business, but it's not an easy business. It's a hard business. You're dealing with a lot of people. The concept of buying properties at discounts is not a simple thing. You're dealing with people who don't want to say yes to you. You're going to make offers that are going to piss them off. You're going to have deals that have title issues and complications. It's not all rainbows and butterflies. You have to put up with the crap to get to the good stuff. Kiss a lot of frogs to get that prince. So I hope this was helpful. If you're interested in all the ways that can help you, go to howtoflipnewyork.com. Oh boy, this guy just wiped out on his skateboard. Shit. I think he's alive. Okay. That is okay. I think that's it. If you're watching on YouTube, please subscribe. If you're watching on any media channel, please click the thumbs up. The likes really help the algorithm. A lot more people have been seeing my videos lately, so thank you very much. And what else? Oh, please keep the questions coming. I post 5 times a week. I don't always know what to say. Your questions help me by giving me topics to discuss and letting me help you answer your questions. You can ask anything. It does not have to be about the video you're watching. And if it's something simple, I'll just reply with an answer, like I did a couple times today. And if it's something that I covered recently, I'll send you links to a video. And if it's something new or that I haven't covered in a while, I'll do a brand new video. So thank you very, very much for watching.